Welcome to the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. See if we can get rid of some of this shadow right here. There, that's a little better. Light shining from the window over there. I have something today that I'm not afraid to say I never knew existed, never heard of it. It just kind of came my way, so I bought it. You may have heard of it, but in all my time of messing around with the air guns, never heard of it, never saw one. And I got real lucky with this one. This is, right in the packaging, the Crosman Z77 that you can pretty much easily base is on the Uzi type platform, a gun that has recognition from Israel and has been used all over the world, which is one of the reasons this gun suddenly disappeared. But let's get out of the box. I got the instruction manual, the little strap that goes around it. I mean, everything. So, we're going to reach down here and lift this out. And this is the actual gun. We're going to swing it around this way and come around this way. That's the back. We'll turn it around. Pretty much nothing exciting there. We'll show you. And we'll come around here and I will put my glasses on. We'll do some interesting reading about this Z77. It would seem to be that this was manufactured by Daisy from about 87 to 89, and then with the advent of terrorists and etc., other Crosman pulled it off the market. It resembled too much of that type of activity. This shoots a 177 caliber steel BB or BBs, and I got some black diamonds here. I'll show you that. I would say this thing, the overall length of this is going to be about 25 inches with the stock open and right around 16 3/4 with the stock closed. And I'm guessing the barrel weight, the barrel length is probably around 5 inches. And the overall weight is going to be about maybe 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, if that. And to give you the interesting learning here, I found out that if you really look at the way this thing is put together, we'll get this in the light, you can kind of see this seam right up in here and here, and I discovered that this is research. This was actually based on a Crosman 338 model, 338 auto pistol, and then they just built, they put a longer barrel on it, and then they just built this plastic shell. So if you took this apart and got inside, you're going to find this, just a pistol up inside of it. This is not uncommon practice with certain airgun companies. I had mentioned I had some of the Crosman rifles and pistols that I had a pretty good idea if I took one or the other apart, you would find the internals were pretty much the same as this model. They just changed the outer shell or put a wood stock on it, but other than that, they're pretty much the same thing. So, cost thing. We're gonna move around. This was used as a prop gun in a 1994 movie SFW. Something about some guy that kind of unknowingly, whatever, not really people knew him, gets kidnapped by terrorists or whatever, and was sort of the inspiration from a rap song by a group called a video. They have a video by Public Enemy, Power of the People. Guy wore clocks around him. If anybody's familiar with the older rap stuff, Public Enemy is very popular in their day. I don't remember what year the video was released, and I think one of the guards actually is holding one of these in the video. You see it very, very quickly. So without further ado, let's move on and let's look it over. If we go to this side, I'm not going to unwrap it. Stuff there is some out here for the sling to clip on here. It's just kind of a loop sling. You could hang it off your shoulder or whatever. And then if you deployed it, you could hang on by that and cut it loose. I have actually shot an actual Uzi. Those things are very, very heavy, and they can kind of get away with you if you're not hanging on tight. I don't remember the exact cycle rate. Now, on this side over here, you have a little lever right here. If you push it down, you're on safe, and if you come up, you're in the fire mode. If you note right here, there's a screw. If you push down on that screw, you can fold the stock up and you can shoot it in pistol mode, like such. Come back around, push the screw back down again, stock will come out. Whoops. Let's see if we can do a little gravity work here. Well, should come. And you're back into the carbine somewhat mode. Now, I think it said in the thing I read they were popping at about 450 feet per second. I don't think I'm going to get that of this one. It's still a little cold out here. Actually, it's not a bad day, but I can't ride the bike. I got a lot of lawn work to do. On the right side of the gun, there's a little cover. This is a very common thing. We're going to see if I can pry this thing off from here. It's a little tricky with this one. Try not to break it. And that will snap off, and this is what holds your CO2. And then this is a dead CO2. It's not tightened. If you have one of these, you got a dead CO2, you can put it in there and just kind of let that hold that grip so you don't lose it or bust it. That's what happens to a lot of those. People end up putting tape around them and stuff. But you can turn it clockwise to tighten it. Counterclockwise, you're going to get it down to about, somewhere like that. And you should be able to tilt the gun upside down, and out comes your CO2. We're going to put that back in there for the time being, so I'm not chasing stuff around for the shooting view. And that last one, I don't know what I did. I put a dead CO2 in it, or I had one, it just didn't work. But it'll go back in like so. And then you can kind of press this back up inside there, and you'll clip it, and you just kind of force it back into play. Now, to load this, now when I do the shooter gun, I'll make this clear. This is a gravity-fed gun. You got a little port that you slide open on the top, and they advise you don't put any more than, I have some black diamonds with me, 20 BB. So that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I dropped one. Oops, they're kind of difficult with nummy hands. We'll call that 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll keep going here. 11, 12, 13, 14. If you've been counting and they're building up on you, shake the gun around. It should drop down there. Well, I might have some left in it because it definitely looks like it's full now. Just want to dump that one out. See what I got here. All right, we'll work with that. But that's how you load it, that ramp. And then as you're shooting the gun, of course, you've got to flip it up. I like to hold on to this so it doesn't sling all over, and down, and then put it under target. You get so many shots, and then you keep doing that till it's eventually empty. There's nothing that locks back. You'll just tell by the sound difference that it's empty. There is no way to attach a laser scope or anything like that on this particular gun. Again, I've never seen one of these in my life, and I shot it yesterday and it worked pretty good. I had a little hard time piercing the CO2, and there you are in your pistol conversion, and you can hold it up there, and you've got pretty much a non-adjustable, a little slit side here, and then you've got this arrow type thing on the top. Very pointed, you know. You can probably take a blood test with it. But I tried it yesterday, and I was hitting the can several times. I hit a metal can with it. It entered it, but it wouldn't puncture it. I figured it pour something that might kick a hole in it, but it didn't do it. So, other than its very strange history, and I was told that there's not a lot of these floating around because they had such a short production ratio. A couple have popped up on eBay here and there. Some people don't know. Some people say they leak. One guy, I watched the video, said he got one, but he had to rebuild the seals on it. This one seems to be working. So, I think I got pretty lucky. I got the instruction manual, something telling you how to build a target box, all about how to operate the contraption, and I came out and played with it. So, without further ado, I think we're going to put together a shooting review and see what we can get out of this. And then if you hear that noise in the background, that's probably what I'm going to be doing till it starts getting a little cold. I've got a little yard to mow, but finally got the mower to turn over. But there you go, the Crosman Z77. And we're going to take it out here. We're going to see what it does. We will catch you in a little bit. That's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. If you're up under, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, right up front 31 is you're almost into Malakoff's, a bean and burger. They got all you can eat. You can get fried legs, you can get baked catfish, bone-in catfish, fried catfish, corn on the cob, full salad bar, some kind of Cajun mixed thing with sausage in it. You know, I had a witch doctor up there and can't tell me you eat them there Kroger legs and take a Viagra, you'd be hopping all over the bed for the rest of the night. I'm not going to tell you who imparted that information for me. That's to keep that private and their families protected. Right, let's get a shooter review ready, and we will see you in just a little bit.